Hello everyone, hello. If this is working, you should be hearing my lovely voice. I am Patrick Roby and welcome to the Rift City Talks About VAs We Want in MLP. We've got some lovely guests here today. First up first, he's an alicorn. He is blue, but what is his name? It must be Blue. Say hello, Blue.
はじめまして、こんにちは。僕の名前は Blue Prism です。Sorry about that, random Japanese. Anyways, I am Blue Prism. What you'll find on the channel that I own is speed paints, occasional song covers, and randomness. Stay true to you.
Our next guest is sort of a bird. Is he a plane? Maybe he's a pony, but he's still here. It's Laserhawk.
Hello everyone, I'm Laserhawk, also known as Sleepinel, and my channel was a mistake, and it will be there forever. I don't post content. There you go.
I've stolen his job for today. Our next guest is the only lady in the room.
I've been replaced, help!
Is the only lovely lady, is our lovely lady in the room, not our senpai, but the other way around, whatever the name of that is.
It's Kohai, just so you know.
It's our lovely Mirror Marvel.
Hello, I am Mirror Marvel. I normally review the Renalysis. Sometimes we'll put in a Mirror Cracks Image Chain, and sometimes even a musical action if you're lucky.
And our next guest is he's a shadow. He may be a wizard. I know he's a wizard. Harry, he's a wizard. It's Shadow.
Hello, I'm Shadow Wizard. I normally make review episodes and what's the other thing? Oh yeah, singing videos occasionally.
And I'm your host, Patrick Roby, the creator, the clay creationist. I am a comedian, pony reviewer, and robot extraordinaire. And we're here to talk about VAs we want in MLP, and we're going to begin with Shadow Wizard. Shadow, let's hear a VA you want in MLP.
Yo, my first, Brendan Ralph is actually a good actor. He appears in a decent handful of shows, and he is a fun character. I hope he would appear in an MLP episode as like a guard episode. We haven't got that much about the guards, royal guards.
So, for anyone who doesn't know who Brendan Ralph is, what's his most well-known role?
The two main, three I could think of is Superman Returns, that's from 2006, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World from 2010, and Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and...
What characters does he play in those?
Superman Returns basically is Superman. Scott Pilgrim, he plays one of the Axis. That was a crazy movie. And for the Arrowverse... It's a good movie. My head is hurting from it. And from the Arrowverse, it is the Atom.
Okay. And what sort of episode would you like to see him in? Would you like a comedic?
As I said.
Okay, carry.
As I said, comedic with the Royal Guards, because we haven't seen that much about the Royal Guards.
So you like to see. So you like to see him in a Royal Guard based episode as a Royal Guard.
Yeah, and we haven't seen that much about the Royal Guards. Even Josh Scott are having a hard time with them.
And our next is our lovely Mirror. Who would you like to see as a VA in MLP?
Okay, for me, I had to narrow down my choices because there's so many people I would want to see. But if I had to go with one, and this is personally my Broadway bias, but I would love to see Christian Boyle be on the show.
So for anyone who doesn't know who Christian Boyle is, what's he most well known for?
He's mostly well known for some of his roles on Broadway, from playing Willy Wonka in the new Charlie and Chocolate Factory on Broadway, Emmett on Legally Blonde the musical, Marvin from Falsettos, and William Shakespeare's from Something Rotten.
And what sort of episode would you like to see him in?
I would like to see him kind of like be playing against Applejack because what I saw from him with Legally Blonde, he can be a good person and serious, but he can also be hilarious. Like, you just have to watch him in Willy Wonka to see how fun he can be as a character. He's like can be crazy, outgoing. Heck, he even said when he was portraying Willy Wonka that he got some of his inspirations from Bugs Bunny.
So you kind of like want it a bit slice of life / comedy, like a little bit of slice of life, but a bit of comedy thrown in there for a few jokes and a few slapstick.
Yeah.
Next we're gonna go with Laser. Laser, who would you like to see in? What sort of VA? Which VA would you like to see in MLP?
All right. This is also a person from known for his musical work. Lin-Manuel Miranda is someone that's one of the people I've actually really enjoyed because he does fantastic voice work. Lin-Manuel Miranda is nowadays very well known for his musical Hamilton that he wrote about Alexander Hamilton. He's also been in a part of other productions before, like he helped with the sound. I'm not sure of the specifics, but I believe he helped write, and he also did his own help, and he also sung "You're Welcome" from Moana. So he has he's worked with other companies before.
Laser, can I interject? He wrote the he was the writer in Moana, but he was in the song "We Know the Way." That "You're Welcome" was written by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay, well, I do know that there's a. Not in the movie, but there's a separate cover that Lin-Manuel does with someone else. He does a cover of the song, which is very good. I love Lin-Manuel's singing, as well as the fact he's done a ton of appearances on The Late Show, and he's actually good friends with Weird Al. So I think if they ever brought Cheese Sandwich back into the show, I think it'd be interesting to see if they made Lin a character to sort of play off of Weird Al and stuff, because in real life they're actually really good friends.
And
I know that Lin-Manuel, he's made a brony reference on The Late Show before, but I have no idea his relation to the show or anything about it. But he knows he's knowledgeable that the fandom exists and stuff, but I don't know how much he knows and his relation to it. But I'd really want to know what he thinks about the fandom, or if he's involved in it in any way, because he made a reference once, so I'm suspicious on what he's what he knows about it. And because I think he's friends with Weird Al, he might have heard it from Weird Al. But I think because he's friends with Weird Al and he's done kid productions before, I don't think it'd be too far fetched if he were to join the help out with one of the episodes, because I think he's a very good voice actor, and he could probably play a ton of roles, as he's done multiple as he's known to be able to be very comedic but also serious at times.
What sort of role would you prefer him to play?
I'm not sure of the specifics of what kind of episode, I think, or what sort of setting or characters he'd be fun to bounce off of, except maybe again, if they ever bring Cheese Sandwich back, I think it'd be fun to see if maybe Cheese Sandwich shows that he's not alone for what's in his life. He has actual friends that maybe he hangs out with or something like that. Or again, I'm not sure, but I think if Weird Al comes back, if they could grab Lin and pull him in too, I think that'd be interesting.
Do you think they could make an episode with Weird Al that isn't just exactly the same as Pinkie Pie, without taking away too much from Pinkie Pie? Because the entire enjoyment of one of the best things about Pinkie Pie is it's an episode in a billion, which is something that you're never going to get to see in a long time, is Pinkie Pie go against someone that's on her level.
Yeah. So I think what if Pinkie Pie met other people that were like Cheese Sandwich and Pinkie Pie, or maybe they did I don't know, apparently party planning's really big in Equestria, so it'd be interesting if they had maybe a convention for it, or some sort of meeting, or just some weird party setting where like they get a bunch of party planners together, and maybe there's a competition, or maybe
The royal party
maybe for
off!
once in their life they'll hang out like normal people, and they struggle to just socialize like human
Maybe,
beings.
no, just the royal party off of all these mad characters just having the world's biggest party off.
It'd be funny if they made a bunch of references to like other people that are known to have like extravagant parties or whatnot. Like I'm not sure what exactly they would do with Lin, but I think they could probably pull him in with something along with Weird Al. Again, maybe just them hanging out like normal people. Like Lin-Manuel's your average person. And he tries to show Weird Al and Pinkie Pie, you know, cheese sandwich. I mean, tries to show them how to just have a normal day, and while they're trying to do crazy things and they're going over the top, and maybe like they struggle to contain their own energy and excitement that they kind of ruin just a chill, relaxed day or something like that. I'm not. Again, it's not something I've thought about a ton of, but I think if we could get Lin in there, I think it'd just be really nice shout out to other creators and stuff.
And Blue, who would you like to see as a VA in MLP?
I've actually got 4, but I'll save the other 3 for later on.
Yep.
So, going from the bottom of the list up to the top, we have Brad Bird. This one's kind of an interesting one, but I chose him because he voiced Miss Nuggets from The Incredibles.
That is... Miss Nucket is the little short person, isn't it?
Miss Edna.
Oh, yeah. I know. Is there any other roles?
Anything?
Is there any other roles he's well known for?
That's the really only role that I've known him for was Miss Edna.
Ah. And what sort of episode would you like to see him in?
Well, besides him being like a fashionista, have him going up against Prim Hemline. See who's actually the better fashion manager.
Ah. And would that be like a comedic episode, a more serious episode, or like a mix between the two, or would it like be a...
It'd be more more silly.
And is there anything else you want to say about him?
Nope.
Well, it's my time to shine. Well, let's see, which VA should I start with? Let's go with the obvious one. The one that I think everyone's been trying to see in the comment section. How's the comment section going, guys? Can someone keep an eye out for that? Because I can't actually...
Oh yeah, I've got it pulled up.
Oh.
It's more of... Snogritz put VA for MLP, John Cena. That would, that's...
No! Okay.
I'll put myself off the stage.
If he ever was in an episode, people like the John Cena, that would just prove that the John Cena meme will never die. If they actually put it in a TV show or something like that.
He's already been in the Flintstones and he's already been in Scooby-Doo. And you think I'm joking?
But dude,
I'm not.
But those companies are way more chill and laid back, and will let funny things. But like Hasbro, no, they have to they're very strict on what they put in their episodes.
Debatable, but still. A VA I would like to see in MLP is Brian Blessed. Now, Brian Blessed is very well known as the guy from Flash, the movie, and one of the most eccentric men on the planet. He doesn't put zero... Every time he does a performance, he only knows one thing, to do 2 billion% into every performance he ever does. And he is the most shouty man, but he brilliantly pulls off being a shouty man. He's amazing. And I'd love to see him as the Griffin King. I'd like to see the Griffins explored more as him being the Griffin King and leading the Griffins into some sort of battle with Rainbow Dash. Because just the sheer image of Brian Blessed as a Griffin leading an army of Griffins with Rainbow Dash. Just because... Yeah.
It's just with this episode, so it's this very loud, energetic person. I thought it'd also be kind of funny if it plays this he's this nice guy, but he's really obnoxious.
Oh my
God. Who,
God.
Lin?
No, no, the guy that Patrick stuff because he's like super energetic and he puts like a lot of energy into his work. But I think it would be funny if he played a character. It could be the Griffin King. It's like the Griffin King trying to lead like the Griffins and whatnot. But he's like this really nice guy, but he's like loud and obnoxious, and people don't want to listen to him.
No, you do it the other way around. You keep him quiet and subdued for the first half, and then when the battle starts, he becomes loud and shouty and Brian Blessed.
He like he flips a coin when the battle starts. He's like a whole new person.
Yes. Just because of the shock value, the entertainment value would just be more entertaining like that. I bet everyone in the comment section is like, yes, we want Brian Blessed in MLP. Or if people like,
wait, I think. We got a few suggestions. Transgamer said Peter Cullen. I hope I said that right. And Frank Welker.
I don't. Who's Peter Cullen well known for?
I don't know. I can Google it. My good pal.
I can't
Google. He's pretty smart.
Google. Whilst you're googling, Shadow, do you want to suggest another VA you want in MLP?
I might do this as.
Peter Cullen is the voice actor for Optimus Prime in the 1980s cartoon.
Ah.
Optimus Prime. Okay, that's a good one.
After this one, on my head off, I would pick Morgan Freeman.
Oh, that's a good shout. What sort of episode would you like to see Morgan Freeman in?
More of the comedic but relaxed episode, which actually expands the universe, Equestria a bit.
And what sort of character would you like him to play?
Let's see. I would say. I have not thought this through either.
No worries, because if Morgan Freeman ever did appear in the show, I would like to see him as a diplomat or like an equal to
a philanthropist.
Basically, like
Go on.
Like a diplomat, like something on the line of Celestia, but for a different kingdom, like
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, like maybe for the buffaloes or zebra kind. He could be like.
We haven't seen zebra.
We could have a zebra. He could be the zebra leader.
Or the deer leader.
That'd be very interesting if Morgan Freeman was the deer leader.
I think what would be interesting for Morgan Freeman is like, because what we've been thinking about is having characters appear for the full episode and be a main part. But I think Morgan Freeman would be better as more of a shout out, not like feature, like a huge part of the episode. Because I think we could better work Morgan Freeman in like to an episode if he was like a sort of an announcer, because like when Morgan Freeman's doing sort of like some announcing or epilogue stuff, that's where like he really shines.
Basically,
so I think
it's a Pinkie Pie episode, but it's narrated by fucking Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, or let's say there's like an event happening
it's a gummy centric episode narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that would be perfect. A gummy or like another pet episode, like another pet themed episode or something like that. And then whenever people are wondering what Gummy's thinking, it's just super deep, like super deep Morgan Freeman inner thoughts.
To be fair, I always find that was the jumping the shark moment for me.
Who knew what Gummy was? Gordon Freeman all along.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan.
And I'm gonna head bounce off now.
Okay.
So everyone, say goodbye to Shadow Wizard. Thank you for joining us.
Farewell, comrade.
Shadow Wizard.
Everyone,
out.
give a Shadow Wizard is eliminated. God.
Wow, that was harsh, man. Come on, we can
only have one remaining. We have the Mirror Marvel, the Laser, the Blue, and the Patrick. But who will be the last man standing? It's gonna be me.
Oh wait, here we got a few more.
Gonna.
All right, we got a few more suggestions. Let's see. Let me scroll up a bit because there's actually a lot of things. So there was Optimus Prime. That's a good one. Someone said Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
Who's he voiced by? Gosh.
I don't know who
That
voices
actually depends
Eeyore.
on which version of Winnie the Pooh you're talking about, because that could differ the voice.
And then
actor.
someone
I
said
think it's Jim Cummings who voices Pooh.
no
Oh.
Eeyore.
Yeah.
They wanted Eeyore, the character from
Oh,
Winnie the Pooh.
Eeyore, my
We
bad.
don't want someone talking shit in MLP.
Let's see.
Oh come on, that's too easy.
Okay. Let's see. Some I don't know how to say this, but it's the Demon Jackal says Robert Inglew, voice of Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah. I know who.
I don't know, like. I'm sure he's a good voice actor, but definitely not. Like, we definitely don't want a character like.
No, you wouldn't have
like
him voice like
Freddy
a Freddy
Krueger,
Krueger
it
character,
wouldn't
but
work.
you could do like a dark, mysterious episode, like
Like another Halloween sort of themed
or
episode.
like something like Sleepers in Ponyville. You could definitely, because that's quite dark and mysterious and quite forbidding, and you could have like a mysteriously dark character that turns out to be a good guy. In the end.
Pat Rex sent me a message. Peter Kulin. I'm apologies if I'm butchering that name. The person that played Optimus Prime also voiced Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
What? Okay.
So Optimus Prime and Eeyore have the same voice actor.
It's like when you realise Frieza and that one Breezy are the same characters. Like, how?
Wait, Frieza from like MLP? I mean, from Dragon Ball?
Yeah, is the same voice actor as that one Breezy from that one random episode. That's just.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
They got him to do the line. They got to do his It's over 9,000 in the Breezy accent, and it's the hilarious thing, the most funny thing ever.
If we're talking about Dragon Ball, can I recommend a couple people who I would love to see, but it would be the least likely thing that will ever happen?
Go on, we're on the topic anyway.
Yeah.
The cast of Team 4-Star.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
My only. Sorry.
yeah, this is just one of my wild dreams. I know this will never happen, but I just like a little part of me would love to see that happen, just because would be awesome.
Go away, Steve. Shh. I'm trying to be professional here. Right, carry on.
I'm back.
Nobody noticed.
Don't talk about it. No one knows.
Yes.
Yeah, so
What sort-
how would I? So how I imagine the episode would be. It would also have to be maybe a parody of Dragon Ball.
Well,
Well,
Like-
that's never gonna.
yeah, the fandom already
Unless
rips
they
off-
want to unless they want to remake the fight with T-Rex, that's never gonna happen.
And the fandom already
Yeah.
rips off Team 4-Star enough anyway, so it's not like we need to.
No,
Shots
it's just like
fired. Shots fired.
okay. No, it's just okay. It's just for me. This was just a mild fangirl dream because I would just be happy to see if that would ever happen. And you would know I would do a 9-hour review on it. Why I consider it my favorite episode.
Well, talking about original creators, someone I would like to see in MLP who has been in MLP in the past but not been a character yet is Black Griffin.
Oh yes, he's done music for the
Yeah.
he's done music, at least I know, for the Equestria Girls. I don't know about the
And
show
he's-
itself.
Yes, he has the
He actually sang in backing vocals for In Our Town.
Yes, in
Okay,
Our
that was
Town.
one. Okay, that was it. I thought he did something for it.
And he also has been in Equestria Girls, so you are correct. But yeah, I would like to see him play not a griffin, but I'd like to see him play a character for the CMC to solve an issue for. Like,
Yeah,
Dude, yeah, he actually, his OC was in the episode. They made it a girl and called it Gabriel. And what's hilarious is when that episode came out and like when that episode was released, both the Michelle Creeber and whoever voices Sweetie Belle, I think it's Claire. I can't say her. Claire. So
Correct.
Michelle and Claire both texted Black Griffin or told him that, dude, I think the show just stole your OC because Gabriel Brown made like his OC, and it was supposed to be like Black Griffin, and that was his design and stuff. But they literally stole his design, and then Gabriel Braun, I think, also had like for a backstory. The goal was for his OC to hang out with the CMC and do stuff together, and they literally took a quote unquote Gabriel Braun's fanfic and made it an episode, but then they ripped away all of his rights.
You don't know how hard it is not to make a silly joke out of all of this. You don't know how hard it is for me to resist a certain joke.
They stole his fanfic, dude. That's plagiarism. They stole his fanfic.
They stole his oatmeal cookies.
Do they not know how Black Griffin lives matter?
Oh, brother.
Oh gosh.
Oh, come on.
Don't go.
Someone was going to do it.
We're not going into
Oh, man.
politics.
No, we're not. I know we're not.
That's not. Well, I mean, it
It's not
kind of is,
political.
but not
It's the
really.
most stupidest joke ever.
Regardless, yeah, they at the end of the day, Black Griffin should have got like a royalty check for every month that episode made money. He should have got a
No,
royalty
he
check.
can't because of the OC is designed from the show, so they. Show
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke, but they did steal that. It was. It's almost like how similar their characters were is uncanny. If they didn't use his OC design as some sort of like basis for design, then I don't know how they did it.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. It can.
Yeah, but I greatly doubt that because it was so like to the T. It was too close. It's too close to not be. They obviously knew about Gabe because they've worked with him before, so they clearly knew something.
Is the chat angry at my joke? I hope they're not.
I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay.
Hold on.
Oh, someone started shipping me in laser.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's Pat Rex. Oh no,
No.
sorry, Trans started that. Trans said somewhere here. Mirror and Laser should be a love couple on MLP. Yeah, well, I don't have an OC. I can't give them any show assets, so they're kind of out of luck.
Oh, that would be adorable.
Someone write a fan.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure they're done with Breezy's because the fandom is done with Breezy's.
Someone in the chat write a fanfic about Laser Mirror getting married. Everyone who does it gets
boy.
gets ready.
I will love you if you do that.
Mirror will
don't.
read any out as a dramatic read, and we'll just all laugh at it.
Yes, I will love you guys if you do that.
Oh god, someone's gonna write it now. And by someone, I mean no one, because we're not popular enough to have people actually do things like that.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. Patrick rushes to his keyboard and starts writing immediately.
Okay.
You'll be surprised what some people will do. They go, now kiss.
Okay. Mirror, is there any other people you would like to voice act in MLP?
Okay, so this would be my least likely, but I would kind
I thought
of.
we already did that. I was Team 4-star.
All right, this would be in the middle for Sevens.
Who's that?
Captain America.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not good at remembering actors' names. I was actually thinking about potentially Captain America earlier, but again, like, what would he do? Because it's not like we could have Captain America ponies show up, because, I mean, that'd just be a hassle to try to pay for that.
Well, Chris Evans is well known for some of his parts in this show. Like, for one, he is well known that he can be a comedian sometimes. He can be serious, and he is a good singer.
Well, again, he's an actor, so I was like, obviously, he can probably do a couple
And
things.
what
But
sort
again,
of episode would you like to see him in?
Maybe
A good
maybe a guard episode where he is a guard, where he is upset that the guards aren't getting respect. This could be a
he should be Firebrand in the show. There, it's done.
I like the
Settled.
fact that two of our suggestions have ended up in guard episodes.
Well, I can.
Dude, they get terrible episodes. That's just a fact.
Maybe they're meant to be terrible. If they actually had any competency, the villains would be able to attack Equestria no more.
Dude, that would be great. We could finally stop. Dude, maybe finally, insurance companies won't charge such outrageous rates. Come on, background character lives matter, okay? And I'm tired of paying for my house to be rebuilt because they keep blowing up Canterlot, okay? It's killing me, these taxes. My insurance bill is through the roof. I can't afford it.
Oh, even if they did, the taxes will still be able to do it because they need all that money.
I'm going to get evicted.
They need all that money to
Please
fund.
help.
They need all that money to fund Twilight School.
Actually, I did. Actually, to be fair, Patrick, I did when I first saw Twilight School. I was like, did Twilight have to raise taxes to get the school up and running?
Nah, she just stole the money like everyone does. You know, theft. That's okay.
Oh, come on, taxes would make much more sense.
Taxes make sense, but this is a show about cartoon ponies. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They don't know anything. Hey, if MLP knew anything about good economics, they would already gotten rid of Celestia, because we all know Celestia is incompetent and can't do anything. So like the fact that they keep her around is laughable.
She's basically the queen of the country.
Sits there,
does nothing.
But she doesn't do anything. She literally sits in a chair. Yeah. That's her job.
Sits there and looks good. But anyway, Laser, what sort of another VA from you like to see in MLP?
Oh shoot, I don't know, but I think, well, I had like this general idea. Something I would like to see, and they've done it before, is when they reached out to do, you know, like the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think it's because they let someone that this was in the trading episode, the bartering episode.
They've done it multiple times.
Yeah.
I only know of one. I only know of one. What were the other times?
Treya and Top Bolt were 2 examples.
Okay, I didn't know that. But regardless, I think it'd be nice to see if they could reach out to people that are potentially like more active in the fandom, or like at least more well known. Because I think a lot of people, now I think it was a great episode, Fame and Misfortune. A lot of people didn't like it because they got mad and stuff about it. I feel as if they could try to recover from that if they had.
I am back.
He's back.
I am back. I apologize about that.
Okay, it's fine.
Later.
So I think maybe to sort of recover and to reappeal to the fans, what if they could revisit that episode, so to speak, like, time has passed, and maybe have issues where people go to the school and know about Twilight, because let's be honest, the fact that maybe it's just because we haven't spent a lot of time in school yet, in the school yet, but the main six should be more recognizable to people, as we've seen happen with Fame and Misfortune. I think what would be nice is if people if they made a new Fame and Misfortune episode, but with obviously more but people from the fandom would voice the characters instead. So you could have those funny moments where it's you could point out who's saying what, and then in that episode have them come to a more reasonable understanding than what happened last time, where they just didn't listen, which is inevitably what happens a lot of times in the fandom. But it'd be nice if a few people from the groups would talk to the main six about it, because I feel like the ending of that episode is kind of garbage, because it's okay guys, everyone's upset, but at least these 2 girls learned one thing. You did something right. Congratulations. There's a bunch of people at your house. Sure, everyone's angry, but at least as long as 2 little girls who had to relearn a lesson are happy now, it's all good in my book. No. That was to me, that was a very weak ending, because we had this really interesting conflict, and they should have just left it off with the fact that yes, not everyone's gonna be happy with your decisions and stuff, but that's fine, they'll get over it. But they had to sneak those 2 in, the super weak example of these characters we had no idea, that didn't matter until this episode, show up just to say it's okay.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem right.
Okay. Blue, who another VA you would like to see in MLP?
Me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to skip it to number 2 on my list, because there's one I'm going to save for last.
All right.
Yeah.
This person that I have at number 2 on my list is Grey Delisle.
Who's that?
For those who don't know, Grey Delisle actually voiced Daphne Blake, well,
Oh,
one of her
interesting.
VAs. And an idea for an episode that I have would be since Daphne and Rarity are both the fashionistas, they could start their own clothing lineup together in an episode. Then someone
Interesting.
starts a rumor about them, and it causes them to get into an argument, and then they learn that someone was spreading lies about them.
Oh,
Kinda
gossip
like-
episode.
Another gossip episode, pretty much. Then, after they realize there are problems, they apologize to each other and keep in touch and give each other a beret.
Interesting. That's actually a really fleshed out idea.
I was thinking more like another Rarity Investigates, but with Daphne Blake, like Scooby-Doo and the ponies on another adventure.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if they like recreated their own quote unquote Scooby and the Gang, and then like maybe something. I think it would be a good lesson actually is if the main six find a problem, but not one they're called to the map to, but because they're just used to trying to fix problems, they try to fix it. But then they have to learn that sometimes it's not they don't have authority over everyone. So like there could be a cool episode where they get like the Scooby Gang to voice ponies and maybe a dog as well, like in the show, and then they try to solve the Scooby Gang, the pony Scooby Gang solves a mystery, and the main six has to learn that they aren't the one true authority and can't govern everyone's actions as they tend to do in the show.
Shh! Don't tell the government.
Don't tell the yeah, like Twilight does
Hold
secret
on.
dealings behind Celestia's back. Shh, don't tell the princesses.
Another VA who isn't actually is more well known for his live action stuff, but he does do a bit of VA, and if they had him on MLP, it would be very, very different, and I would like to see a very comedical episode with him, is Rowan Atkinson. Now, if you don't know who Rowan Atkinson is, you need to get out your grave and realize there's an actual world out there, because if you don't know who he is, he is Mr. Bean. He is Blackadder. He is basically the face of British comedy. He is probably the...
Sir, I'm an uneducated Yank. Could you please explain?
Well,
Oh,
brother.
it's true. I'm an American. I don't know British folk.
Actually, funny enough, I knew about Mr. Bean thanks to my grandfather.
Yeah.
Your grandfather taught you well. But basically, I would love to see an episode just with him and Pinkie Pie just doing some really silly antics. Just like nothing plot. It's just a very silly, non-plot centric episode. That's just a bunch of silly gags and stuff. That's very
But wait,
relaxed.
Okay, but let's not turn into a social experiment and say, guys, it's just a prank. It's just a prank, bro.
No, it's just,
But wait, well, from comics, one of his well-known traits is he doesn't talk. Wouldn't that ruin the fun? Like, but you need a character at least to talk.
watch the animated series. You can see how you can have a good character without needing to talk.
Yeah, it's called Wile E. Coyote. Just give him a bunch of signs.
Yeah, but how would that even work? I mean,
A
if
lot
he-
of signs. That's how.
You
He's
make
got a
him-
big back
You make
pocket.
him a mute. You make him a mute. You make him a silent character. You can pull it off very well if you know how to do it.
But then he won't even talk in the episode.
But you don't need him.
Just
to.
you gotta get good. You gotta get good. That's how you do it.
Forget
Mr. Bean,
it.
he actually voices Mr. Bean in the animated series, and Mr. Bean doesn't say a lot of words at all. It's the weirdest truth. There's an animated series of Mr. Bean, and he voices Rowan Atkinson voice acts for it.
Wait, how do you voice act for it if you don't talk? Wait, now I'm confused.
Because he makes
That's what I was
because he
saying.
makes grumbly noises and arg noises and weird.
Okay, so he still has lines. They're just not actual words.
Yeah, he makes the owling. He basically makes the pain noises and all the bits in between.
He voices only his pain.
Yes. But
Dude, that depending on how long that list of lines is he has really determines how much abuse his character gets in the series. It goes like, dude, the script's 5 pages long. It's only noises. It goes, well, we're going to put you through a ringer in this show.
Just
Just like, oh, dude, you
I think he's a co-director of the show. I think he is. I can't remember.
Yeah, let's just say he's well known at the local hospital.
Is there any more ideas from the chat?
Here I can look again, dude. They're chatting a lot, but that means I have to read, and that's not my not my forte. I know it's terrible,
so
right? It's
bad.
awful.
I
hate it.
was weeding away from me. Oh.
Jesus, you're saying a bad example for kids. You know that,
They
right?
can go screw themselves.
Ooh, dang! Shots fired.
I'm a brilliant host here. They should have the
Yes.
host on the wall.
Clearly the most brilliant, and we should never have Laserhawk in another live stream ever. He's just overrated. Get rid of that bloke.
Laser,
Patrick here, he knows what's up.
Yeah.
okay, Laser, you're not a bad host.
No.
It's
Anyway.
oh wait, Trenton's Gamer thought Dwayne Johnson and John Cena. Yep, John Cena. John Cena's apparently infected the chat. Oh wait. Ooh, Zazu from The Lion King. It'd actually be
That's
interesting
Rowan
to have a bird that talks.
Zazu's,
Maybe there should be an episode where just a bunch of animals
Zazu's
start
voice-
talking.
Zazu's voice is acted by Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
But
Wait, I think what'd be interesting is if in one of the episodes, like a bunch of animals that we assume usually aren't intelligent get lines and stuff. Like we have random animals that can talk, so then it totally destroys the idea that some people think that some animals just don't talk because all of their entire race is like not intelligent enough.
You could easily do that. Just make it a Fluttershy centric episode where she just talks to the animals and we actually hear what she's.
Oh, that would be interesting, and they're all voiced by Morgan Freeman.
No, no.
They all. all the animals in Fluttershy's mind are voiced by Morgan Freeman.
Even the tiniest mouse is voiced by Morgan Freeman.
Oh, dude, that's when you do the extra, like, that's when Morgan Freeman puts on his glasses and says, it goes, nearly every day, 2 YouTubers have their videos taken down by copyright strikes.
I truly knew what happened
This man's name is Felix. At the young age of 28, he had his YouTube Red series cruelly ripped away from him and left him a broken man.
Mrs. and Mr. Mousican truly understood the cheese war. It was a great war that they fought gallantly in, and they had sacred refuge in Fluttershy's house.
May I say the next one I have?
You got more?
Yep, I still have 2 more.
You want some
more?
more?
You say? Okay, keep going then.
Alright, so the one that was actually on the top of my list was Suzuka Mimori. For those of you who don't know, she is the CV for Pinkie in Japan.
Ah.
So the idea that I have would be
that
Pinkie
would be
Pie,
interesting if they got foreign voice actors to hop on.
where Pinkie actually talks to the Japanese version of herself and confuses everyone. And Twilight gets all panicked because she thinks that there's one soul trapped in the mirror pool, and then finds out that there's another dimension that they could go to meet their Japanese counterparts.
I don't know
Fun
about
fact
the
about
dimension
Suzuka
thing.
Mimori.
Yeah, I don't know
Here's a
about the
fun fact
dimension
about
thing,
Suzuka-
but we do know that there are other Pinkie Pies still out there because that was mentioned. It was it was teased in one of the later episodes. Sorry, continue.
The Saddle Rail Review.
Yeah, I just
Anyways,
wanted to.
fun fact, she was also singing the intro to Japan's MLP known as Mirai Stat, and she hosts the end segment, Little Pony TV. And hold on.
Okay. But I think that's a really interesting idea, though. I think it got like a bit sort of fanficky near the end there with the whole dimension thing. But I think it'd be really interesting if they had an episode like, or maybe just like, again, maybe not a full episode, but maybe part of an episode where like all of the main 6, like all of their voices change and they get dubbed over by different languages of the show
that
staff.
would be hilarious.
Pinkie Pie
Like
today has
they're
been
fighting
dubbed
like
by-
maybe some magical
Oh my God,
creature,
Pinkie Pie is
and it
dubbed by
switches
Morgan-
their voices.
No, they're all voiced by Morgan Freeman now.
Yeah, or then again throw the Morgan Freeman card out there, and they're all voiced by Morgan Freeman. You can never have too much Morgan Freeman in your day.
Trixie is voiced by Morgan Freeman now. It's just like That is the most. I am the most great.
Actually, I think.
I am the great and powerful Trixie.
Oh god, that makes me
Actually, I
remember
think I would
something.
make a lot of people like her more.
There's a very old video of a bunch of voice actors doing a reading of Ghostbusters, but you have like Tara Strong and a bunch of voice actors, and you have the guy who voices Bender doing the line of Trixie, and it's the most hilarious thing.
Huh,
I
interesting.
am back again.
Welcome back.
I bet a few people might remember that, and there is animation of basically the great and powerful Bender somewhere, because that is one of the most memorable moments of it. Is Bender being Trixie.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, it's the voice actor of Bender. If he was an MLP, because he could actually be an MLP. Bender in MLP. Not as.
Demon. The Demon Jackal says Discord voiced by Morgan Freeman. I think, and with Discord that makes sense if like they called in Morgan Freeman for a quick because Discord's a lot of times there's like pop culture references and stuff.
No, Discord's a system.
When it comes to like his appearance stuff. So I think if he switched his voice to Morgan Freeman temporarily, I think that would make sense.
No, Discord's cousin.
They could pull that off.
No, you have Discord's cousin be voiced by Morgan Freeman, and you have those two battle it out in a whittle
that Draconicus actually exist and they're an actual race.
Yeah, that would be even funnier. Just John Delancey versus Morgan Freeman in a Draconicus battle.
Oh yeah, they should have like I don't know something stupid like a rap battle or something, or maybe a game, maybe a game of chess or something like no Scrabble. They have a Scrabble tournament to see who's better.
Yeah, I like
who's
the better chess because they actually use the characters as the chess pieces. So like you see them move Pinkie Pie as the rook, and you see them use Celestia as the queen, and it's like the most hilarious.
Better yet, they should play whatever games are made by Hasbro. Just only Hasbro made games.
No, they play Buckaroo, but it's Applejack. They actually play live Buckaroo.
They
and they put things on
Applejack.
They're just stacking things on Applejack, and it's like, well, how many things can we stack on Applejack? Like Applejack's like, what are you doing?
No,
how many Apple family members can we stack instead of stacking cows? It's stacking apples.
No, it's apple to apple for Applejack.
Oh no, it's.
Anyways, we got a message from Speed Stacking Ohio 20.
How appropriate.
I have no idea what that is.
His votes for the VAs that they should have an MLP are three WWE wrestlers. I don't know if they're still in. Well, I know one of them's on it, but I don't know about the other two. Rey Mysterio, Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy.
Isn't one of them dead?
No. Rey Mysterio
No, these are
retired.
WWE wrestlers, so I have no idea. Also, Transgamer pointed out Morgan Freeman narrates an episode. That was an idea we tossed around. That'd be funny if Morgan Freeman was a narrator for one of the episodes. But Speed Stack. I don't know anything about WWE. Does anyone here keep up with WWE?
Occasionally I do.
Nope.
Sorry, man. You're talking to the wrong set of bronies. Talk to Talk to the people in the analysis community, like the other big names in the analysis community, like
Talk to my friends.
Voice of Reason. Melody Sketch is an artist, but like those are the only people I know that like. There's a ton of people I don't know. But like friends with Voice of Reason and Melody Sketch and people like them, they're really into the WWE for some reason.
We're not, sadly.
Well, or you can talk to Superstar Edge and Green Spring.
Yeah, again, I don't know those people either.
Anyways, I do have one more person.
Go on then.
Okay.
So this one's actually going to kind of hit a little bit home with me because I can kind of relate to this person because of one specific reason that I will mention. At the number one spot for me, technically it's number 3, but actually for me, placement error, I would have put him as number 1.
All right.
Adam Young.
Adam Young sounds familiar. Let me Google.
Who's he
A
about?
musician I started listening to when I was 8. The reason why is, yes, another musician, but he would be a character that may be
it's Owl
affected
City,
by
that's what it
LSD.
Owl
Wait,
City.
who's
I
that?
do like Owl City. It's pretty good.
Anyways, for those who don't know what ASD is, that means autism spectrum disorder.
And he also helped with one of the songs, I believe, in Dear Evan Hansen. I think that was him.
Mm-hmm.
And what sort of episode?
Because
that's not the reason.
he owns the rights to like one of the songs because he made it,
And what sort of?
and he has his own cover of
So I'm
it.
guessing you want him in like a musical episode, or like basically do some or do a song or something like that.
Bring back the musicians and keep them.
Ways, as I was trying to say. The actual reason why I wanted was to show younger people and older people that you should not be afraid to talk to someone with special needs or to make jokes about them. So my idea for a plot for this episode would be Rainbow Dash just strolling through Ponyville one day when she hears someone's voice and she falls in love. Who the heck is singing it? Then she finds the person in the house all alone. As people will know, as people with autism spectrum disorder, we kind of sometimes can be really introverted. And
All right.
kind of true. Anyways, Rainbow then would tell him that he needs to actually break out. Be there for him. Be his friend. Then over time, he breaks out of his comfort zone, all thanks to Rainbow Dash, and then both of them go around telling others that, hey, maybe you shouldn't joke about these people. They're actually pretty interesting.
Maybe.
And help him to learn that his disability is not a disability, but actually an ability.
Wouldn't it be better for Scootaloo to be the main character of that episode?
What I mean is like special needs, like mental disability style.
But it would make more sense though, especially for Scootaloo's character.
Yeah, I think an issue with this, if we're using a character that hasn't had any build-up before, this is going to be a very difficult message to get within a 20-minute time slot.
So yeah, Scootaloo could especially help with that because Scootaloo has dealt with issues like that and can help.
And is more developed and people are more familiar with Scootaloo.
Especially her
Yeah, or better idea instead of my first idea, Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash both help him. That actually.
Yeah, I think if just involving Scootaloo within the process, then we're seeing more familiar characters help reach out to people, and I think that would be super helpful, especially if it's heck, we could tie the CMC into it as well. If it's like a cutie mark thing, like say he has because he's very introverted, but because he makes music is a very extroverted trait, making music.
Who's eating cereal?
So maybe that would be an interesting idea. We have a person whose talent has to do with being extroverted, but because of his own, disabilities and like shyness, he struggles to express his talent.
And also have one of the former bullies stand up against some people who are bullying him. And
yeah, I think this is definitely a cool idea. It just needs to be fleshed out, and then obviously But if the show staff were to do it, I think they could probably do a pretty fantastic job. The only real issue is just Adam Young's cooperation with being a part of the MLP production is the only. That's like the biggest barrier for when it comes to voice actors these days for MLP. It's just are they willing to have their name tied to this to lauded in with these people?
Didn't they have what's his name in the original My Little Pony?
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
I guess Mira's the one that's eating cereal then, because she mumbled that.
Danny DeVito was in the original MLP movie.
I'm kind of eating just dinner.
All right.
Wow.
Great timing.
Also,
Great timing.
Fireheart going the call.
Oh, our next guest is. He thinks he's on fire. He's a fire heart. He's burnt. He's melted. He's my fire heart.
Who says I'm yours?
You switch from discussion to announcer voice very quickly.
Why do? Fireheart, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm just a pony who is an alicorn, and I am the booping king. I give you all boobs. Boop.
And
oh no, not boops. They're too memeable.
Do you only do boops on your channel then? You don't do any other kind of content?
I tried doing reviews. I kind of do let's plays, speed paints. I also do commissions on my DA page.
So okay,
And is there any VA you would like to see in MLP?
I don't know, but I do want to see more Tempest Shadow. I would like to see more of Tempest.
Ooh, but she's Mira pointed out she's expensive though. She's expensive.
Money,
she costs money.
LOTSOMOE. What does it spell? Loads of money, probably.
Yeah, she I would
I'm
think
back.
she's
And
an
if you get
expensive
that
voice
reference,
actress
I'd
to
be
get hold of.
amazed. Anyone who gets that reference gets a flipping high five from me.
I
What?
don't know the reference. Can I please have a high five though?
And our next,
No.
Moon, can you go back to being
Moon, you want
sexy?
your camera's on. You might want to fix that.
Yeah.
And our
There
next
you go.
guest, we totally pretend he's not Silver Quill because he's the OC doesn't look like a soul over Silver Quill. It's Moonbird.
I mean, they're
Hello.
Introduce
It's
yourself,
totally
Moon.
not silver.
Totally
Yeah,
not Silver Quill.
totally not.
So who you are,
Yeah.
Moonbird?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know who you are, sir. Do you need to see a doctor?
Do you know what channel?
I think he does.
Um,
Do you know what to
uh,
Don't you do singing?
Help! We have a mentally insecure person.
Don't you do
No.
singing and reviews on your channel?
yeah, I do some reviews and stuff.
And you do reactions as well sometimes?
Yeah, I started with those like this season,
Ah.
and basically because some friends have some stuff to say. So yeah,
And do you have any VAs you want to see in MLP?
BAs I would like to see. Did you ever saw Tom Kenny?
Oh yes, Tom Kenny of SpongeBob fame, yes.
Yeah, Tom Kenny, and
Well,
there
go,
was
go with Tom Kenny first. So what sort of character would you like to see Tom Kenny play?
Tom Kenny. I mean, he's kind of always like the hero, basically. So I like to see him on a villain role, maybe
That,
something different.
that would actually be very interesting for Tom Kenny to pull off. Like,
Hmm.
would you think like a very eccentric villain, in a sense?
Yeah, like, I mean, maybe not something too like dark, like what is it, Chancellor?
Chancellor Naysay.
Yeah, no, maybe not something like too Professor Snape, like Chancellor Naysay, but probably something like is the opposite of all the characters that we've seen him play, which is always the hero. He voiced Spyro, he voiced SpongeBob,
Oh yeah,
he's voiced a ton of other characters.
Oh yeah, check it out. I forgot he voiced that Spyro.
we may have
Yeah.
a romance writer joining the call.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll introduce her when she comes in. Hold off to that bit, yeah. So.
Hey Moon, do you need to go see Dr. Wolf?
I mean, I've tried making an
Please tell
appointment,
me
but
you don't. I don't have his number. I don't wanna. I know it's free, but I really don't wanna deal with like the paperwork right now. So like, I know you're not feeling so great, but could you just get your mental state under wraps because it's a hassle. I don't want to go through with it.
So Lisa,
Okay.
what's this? Is the chat suggesting any ideas for VAs they want in MLP at the moment?
Oh, we got some great. We got a couple ideas. We got Trends Gamer coming out with another top tier meme. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper.
Oh, God.
Get the chopper.
Get to the
Usually
chopper.
after,
But sir, we have wings. Get to the chopper.
No.
I mean, if
No,
they use
I'm in
the
Howard. I can literally fly. Get to the chopper.
No. Arnold
Oh,
Schwarzenegger
brother.
would have to be
An Earth. If he's not an Earth pony, I'll be triggered.
No.
If he's not an
No.
Earth pony.
They do an episode where he is basically running for election against the Afghanistan leader.
Oh, dude, that would be great. Yes, we should have him run. He should run for like the new the leader, and like what should be great is that so the current Yakistan leader will be all like, "Hey guys, we should stick to our roots," but Arnold Schwarzenegger should be like, "Hey guys, we should make our houses out of like legit materials, and also we should probably have proper means of defense instead of just a wood wall."
basically,
And we should
like,
definitely move that freaking snow werewolf away from our house.
basically like Pharynx being a bit more aggressive.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger should be like he had this really like not American, but like this really tough voice. But he should also be like the most reasonable person in all of Yakistan.
Yeah, and suits him
He's like,
because,
guys, it's legit not safe to freaking keep around a snow like a werewolf or whatever.
Now I know someone that was going to suggest Donald Trump as voice actor for MLP now.
You just triggered everyone in the world has been triggered. I hope you feel good about your decisions.
Well, half of them were already triggered anyway because they're SJWs.
Oh dang! Shots fired.
Shots fired there.
Okay, note to self: whenever Patrick holds another live stream, I'm gonna need a monitor. Like, I need to take a shot every time he makes a political reference.
Like,
and then we should be drunk by the end of it.
The political counter.
Someone's gonna drink.
The shots fired counter.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna get the stream's gonna get taken down for being quote unquote insensitive to other people's ideas.
Oh, we do that anyway by just saying our opinions, so it's not like it's hard.
We're gonna get like strikes for just saying that a pony show is good. I'm sorry, you mentioned Twilight Sparkle without saying copyright after it, copyright Hasbro, and we get sued for that.
Anyways, moving on.
If we get sued, I know none of you.
Oh wow!
Fireheart is out of here. He's not part of it.
We know exactly where our friends lie. Thank you, Fireheart.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Anyways,
has anyone got any more voice actors?
I was gonna suggest like someone like probably like someone from another country, maybe. If they can speak English, that's an option because
we've already had someone speak we've already got a Japanese voice actor been suggested, so go ahead.
Yeah, because what Blue wanted is for like the Japanese. It was the Japanese voice actor for Pinky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think that could be a funny way to incorporate that is if if Hasbro got in contact with a bunch of other of their branches, the branches that help do the dubbing for the show, they got in contact with them and then asked if they could send over lines, and there'd be an episode where like all of their voices get dubbed over, and like you have to read subtitles for the video. Oh, dude, that'd be a great way to like a great shout out to people that like are foreign and can't speak that don't speak English but like watch the show and they don't have like proper dubbing and whatnot.
So who's your suggestion?
Yeah, everyone. Go on.
No, you go on. You're suggesting your
yeah, I was saying like other shows sometimes do that when, especially with Spanish, because I think it's like the most referenced like language in cartoons.
Oh yeah, it's one of the. I think it's the second most spoken language around the world. The only one that has more native speakers is Chinese Mandarin, but that's just because China's overpopulated. So Spanish is really one of the most far-reaching languages out there.
Hey guys, we got another like one of the saying like, what do you guys think of more Bat Ponies in season 8?
We haven't seen them since Luna's.
Like making them an actual like race rather than being a one-off. You're a bat. He goes, "Hey guys, I'm a Bat Pony. All right, what'd you drink?"
Well, the voice actor I was going to suggest would be perfect as a Bat Pony. Would be Mark Hamill. Of the Joker fame, and you make him an evil Bat Pony.
You hit the nail in the coffin. No, but seriously, yeah.
Mark Hamill as an evil villain as a Bat Pony who's trying to take over Equestria. Can't go.
Oh my!
Did you got something? You think you're on to something? Hey, I'm actually a part of Hasbro. Would you like to help write our show so it's not trash?
Like the last episodes of season 8.
I did have another one.
Oh yeah. Shoot, what is it?
Avril Lavigne.
Who?
Is he still alive?
Oh God!
Still alive, yeah.
Dude, that's me.
Come on, after
I was going to do the
like...
dead round after this one, so wow.
I mean, she only sang that Hello Kitty song and then disappeared. Where is she?
Oh no.
Well, currently she's trying to heal from an illness.
Oh.
Wow, Moon's
anyways,
like a complete cunt now.
Try to avoid obscenities, please.
It's so if
Yeah,
you guys
It's too late for that. It's too late for that now. These kids.
I don't know.
Kids watching this stream
You
have
said like a
already
few
been
things
ruined.
earlier, but they were blurred out a bit. But anyway, here we're gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, because I just got interrupted.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Anyways, Rainbow Dash could be holding a secret from everyone for this idea for the episode, and then all of a sudden, whenever her friends barge in, they hear her listening to a pony that they never heard before, and then she gets frightened because she's a tomboy, and Avril Lavigne is actually known for her tomboy style from the past.
Well, I mean, that seems kind of, I guess, makes sense with it was Rainbow Dash you wanted to pair her up with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because like what the shock value with Rainbow Dash is if she does something nerdy like read books, which she's done later, and she's done before in the show. So like I don't know, it wouldn't be much of a shock value. It just means she hang out with friends that weren't the main six.
What if Rainbow Dash joins a book club?
Oh, dude, that would be better. If it wasn't, it would have to be a Daring Do like centric book club, or else it's gonna be like, what, you read other books?
Dramatic music cue.
That could also be she enters the book club thinking that it's a Daring Do thing, but they're actually reading like poetry and like deep stuff.
Oh, and then she doesn't like it at first, but in the end she ends up liking poetry. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go from people who were alive to people who are no longer sadly with us. So, any voice actors who you wish that could have been in LP but can no longer be in it because they're no longer with us.
Shoot. What was the person? Darn it. I think I knew a person.
I am going to start with one of my favourite comedians who is one of my heroes, Mr.
I forgot his name.
Wait, I just remembered one.
Mr. Rick Mail, aka
I don't know who that is.
Basically, the guy from Bottom, the guy from he is one of the funniest British comedians ever to live, in my opinion. He's absolutely a brilliant slapstick comedian, known for his work with Adrian Edmondson and many things, and he has done voice actor work in the past as well. And I would love to see him in MLP doing like an episode with Pinkie Pie.
A lot of comedians that tend to catch people's eye. Because the guy I was thinking also was a comedian, Robin Williams. I think it was because he's done. He was in one of my favorite. He was in the original Jumanji, which is actually a movie that I really like even to this day because Jumanji was such a cool movie. And it's really sad. And then he also was part of a popular TV show for a long while. And
are you forgetting Aladdin? Are you forgetting he was Genie?
The Genie, yes, thank you. There, I knew he was in something. I was struggling because I thought he did cartoons before, but yeah, he was the Genie, and he was amazing as the Genie. Like he's done kid stuff before, he's done adult themed stuff before, so he's a very dynamic actor, and he could have done an amazing job for whatever they need, whatever MLP needed a character for. Robin Williams could have done it. What
character would you have liked to have seen him if he could have?
I mean, I know him best for his comedic works, which I really enjoy. So I think again, so pairing up with Pinkie Pie, I think would be very interesting. Or if he was only a short cameo, maybe he just pops in for a bit and says something funny, or or maybe I suggest with Morgan Freeman, he's just a funny announcer during some things that are happening. Or I'm not sure how they would have incorporated them into the show, but I think Robin Williams, just he's a well-known person, I think it would have really helped the show to have someone because you don't really see people like Robin Williams on MLP. He's such an interesting person.
Oh, another voice actor who is a comedian, but I can't think of his name at the moment. The guy who is the main character of Only Fools and Horses, and the original Danger Mouse voice actor, David.
I don't know.
Oh, can't think of his last name. Someone in chat's gonna know. So.
Here I'm looking for people.
Only Fools and Horses and Danger Mouse, because he's a very, and A Touch of Frost. things he's done. He's a very good comedian.
David Jason.
Yes, David Jason. That's it. Thank you. And I'd love to see him do either do him like a Touch of Frost character, which he could either do in a comedic way or a non-comedic way with Rarity, or do a comedic episode as a spy character with Pinkie Pie, or basically like a spy character with A.K. Yearling, like the spy meets the, or something silly like that.
Yeah. That could have been cool. I was gonna say also, correct me if I'm wrong with the name, Leonard Nimoy. I mean, we already got
that was Spock, wasn't it? Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, I mean, we already got one of the Star Trek actors, so
he's no longer with us, Sam.
He would have been cool.
Yeah,
he would have been. What sort of?
Yeah, we got Captain Kirk to show up for a little bit as grandpair.
Yeah, what sort of episode would you like to see with Lee if he did show in the show?
If he did show in the show, I mean, he was in this game called Kingdom Hearts, and his Master Xehanort voice was so amazing. So maybe something, a character like that.
Oh, I feel
either a villain or
just. Oh my god!
Either a villain or just like my parents.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I actually do have one.
So either a villain or a character with that kind of voice, it would have been really cool.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, Blue, I think you said you had an idea?
Melvin Jerome Blanc, aka Mel Blanc, who's best known for his roles in like The Flintstones, The Jetsons, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Bugs Bunny Show, The Jerry Back.
Who did he play in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, hold on, let me check really quick. I have it on Google.
Because I love that movie, and it's
one of my favorite movies as well.
Crazy, wacky movie, and the villain, like, what I love about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it was so interesting. Like, the concept was crazy and far-fetched, but they got it to work sort of in the end. And like the villain was like a mastermind in that movie.
It's a film that shouldn't exist but does. It's
isn't that kind of
it's the only time we're gonna ever see Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny on the same screen.
Oh, dude, you're right.
He's the voice of Bugs Bunny. He was.
Yeah.
What's up, Doc?
So Blue, did you find out who they played in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Mel Blanc played Bugs Bunny.
Okay, so he was just a short cameo then.
It actually cost a lot.
Played Roger Rabbit. That was Charles Fleischer.
Huh. Interesting.
Wait, is Charles Fleischer still alive?
I don't know. I haven't heard of him.
57 years old.
Hey, Charles, you still alive?
Just like Avril Lavigne, see?
If you're not, don't say anything. I guess he's dead. That's a shame.
He is still alive.
Okay, guys.
You lied to me.
Is anyone got any more voice actors they want to see in MLP?
Maybe Branalysis, like Will, Josh.
Obviously throwing the analysis, but I did suggest a similar idea earlier.
Well,
getting popular icons to appear in an episode, I think would have been interesting as well.
Well, I think it might be the perfect time to end the stream. Is there any more suggestions from the chat before we end it?
Oh, wait, you're telling I have to read again?
Yeah.
Allow me to
Babe, what the
allow me to
hell?
read for you. That way your brain will be relaxed.
Anyone know who Christopher Lloyd is?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that one too.
Christopher Lloyd is isn't he Batman? No, he's not.
Doc from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, of course he is. And
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Oh yeah, Christopher. What's his name? Shoot.
Pat Rex is
Christopher Nolan?
Actually, I forgot to say one name, and this will be the name we're going to end on, is David Tennant.
Ooh, yeah! Finally, get Dr. Hooves a good voice, a really good voice actor.
No. You do a two Doctor episode, one voiced by Peter New and one voiced by David Tennant, and then you do an episode explaining why this Doctor is pony and why one Doctor's human.
Oh boy! Oh dude, that's gonna be.
That's a time paradox.
wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff there.
Is there any more suggestions from the chat?
Well,
Doc Brown. I think. Okay, so I think Pat Rex is saying that Christopher Lloyd is Doc Brown. I'm just gonna Google it actually.
It is. Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
I do have
so
one more,
Okay,
and she's still alive.
Oh, who's your last one, Blue?
Betty White.
Who's that?
Is that Betty Boo?
No, that's not Betty Boop. It's Betty White.
Isn't she the immoral granny?
She's known for her role in The Golden Girls.
I have not seen that.
Nope. I'm gonna roll.
I have not seen that. I have no idea what this is about. I think Tran said that earlier, but he put XD next to it, so I thought he was joking.
No, I think it's for real. The Golden Girls, it's like the reference they made in last episode with Granny's Gone Wild.
Where Granny's Gone Wild? Was that?
Yeah, where they're part of the Golden Hoof Club.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Maybe that was again. I've never seen Golden Girls, so I have no idea. What?
Me neither, but it got referenced too much on many reviews, so by this point I already know it.
All right then.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting. All right, I think that's all we got. Is that everything then?
Okay. Everyone has said their things, and we've had a lovely night tonight. And thank you for all for coming. Our guests have been the magnificent Blue. Blue, what's your last thing before you go?
Minasan, stay tuned.
We've had the fiery tempered Fireheart. What's your last thing before you go?
You all will become my slaves.
Oh, well, that's uplifting.
That's lovely.
The ever-present, not the host today, but will be the host probably for another day, but was a host last time out, Laser!
All right, thank you all for joining, and yeah, I was here again. You thought you could escape me? I'm in every stream.
Laser, I love you.
No, I am. We need to fix it.
And the one who looks at him as a waifu level, it's his darling Mirror.
Hello. Can I promote something?
Yeah.
Sure.
I have recently released my review of Flight of Light. Please check that out.
Obviously, like all of, quickly just to shout, all of our members' YouTube channels are linked on the Rift City homepage, so be sure to check it out because we keep up to date with all our members. And in fact, you might see some new faces in there because we've gotten a few members over time. So keep an eye out for those.
Also, another thing is, this is Mirror, and I'll see you in another dimension. This will be the temporary line until I can find something new.
Yeah.
And finally, and the next person to leave us is not Silver Quill. It is Moon. That's going to be a running joke with you now. I'm sorry.
Are we sure that he's not Silver Quill?
Pretty sure.
I'm going to need a DNA sample.
Oh no, they both look like pigeons to me.
Hey, I'm an owl.
Alright, any
you look
different bird
not like your tiger.
And what's your final words, Moonbird?
Well, thanks for joining the live stream. I could join just like in the last minutes, but it was pretty fun being here. And I hope you enjoy the next live streams and the content that we make for you.
Thank you for everyone for joining. I've been Patrick Webber, your host today. Thank you for having a lovely time with us talking about VEAs we want in MLP. Next time we'll be finding out if a brick wall is made of bricks.
Gotcha. I've got one right near my house. I'll check it. I'll begin investigations immediately.
Dave, no.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.